Well, good evening, everyone. Michael Soothing here. I got this cool little kit, a little Space Shuttle Discovery steel model kit. It was a Christmas gift from my daughter, Chelsea. Or was it birthday? Oh, I'm sorry, birthday. Because I had a career in rocket science, I think she thought it would be fun for me, which it will be, to take a crack at this. And it says no glue required, so I can probably do it without making a big mess. And it also says it's for ages 14 and up, which means it'll be way too hard for me to do. All right, but we'll give it a try anyway. Maybe I'll have a fail, but I'm certainly going to try it. So let's see if we can figure out how to open this up. First of all, that's the first tricky part. Without destroying anything, I'm just going to cut here and hope I didn't cut any critical parts. Nope. Oh good, there's instructions. Without instructions, I am lost, of course. So let's see what the instructions say. 360-degree view. It's got an assembly flow chart, as you can see. Assembly flow chart. Attach part 2 before hand bending the cockpit window down. Uh-oh, I already think this will be too hard for me. Wire cutters. Helpful for taking parts from the metal sheets. Tweezers or needle nose pliers. Well, I have some needle nose pliers, but I don't have wire cutters with me. So hold on. I will go get some after I grab myself a sip of water. My jewelry tools, I should have brought them here to the video spot. Alright, I am back with my handy wire cutters here. So hopefully, I promise I won't cut anything on you. So hopefully that will be all the tools I need. Let's find out. What should we do first? Assembly flowchart. Is there a beginning step? I think we're supposed to cut out the parts first, so I'm going to have to check on that. If this gets too confusing and complicated, I may have to show you the final product later, but let's see what happens. It is highly recommended that you visit this website to see the completed model before assembling your own. Nah, we're not going to do that. I can just use their little photo here, right? Insertion holes, insertion tabs, etc. Okay, first let's see what we've got here. Ah, very shiny, very sparkly, right? Very shiny parts. I had to go retrieve another tool. But anyway, let's see what we can do here. Let's get the parts separated, first of all, from the template here, if we can. We can bend them. I don't want to break anything critical that I need, is the problem. Hopefully I'm not doing that. I think I'm supposed to cut this here. At least I sure hope so. Otherwise, oh wait, is that an important tab? No. Alright. Let's get the main fuselage thing out of here first. I think we've just about got it. Bend it back and forth like that. And lay that here. This is going to have fingerprints on it. We'll shine it up later, right? Okay, I think we can just kind of bend these parts out from the template back and forth. Let's cut this. Well, the wings of the Space Shuttle. Have you ever watched any of those scary videos where the Space Shuttle broke up over the state of California and Texas? That's disturbing. But I don't think they're going to send any more shuttles up. I think they're all done with that. However, Elon Musk is going to send people into space using his program, SpaceX, on his Falcon vehicles. The space rocket vehicles that are able to come back to Earth and land, guide themselves back and land. Watch it on a YouTube video if you've never seen it. It's quite interesting. I guess one of his first customers for going into space as a tourist is going to be Tom Cruise. Because of course Tom Cruise is wacky, and he believes that Xenu and some other galactic aliens are the ones who founded civilization here on Earth. When they brought spirits here and then blew the people up in volcanoes, and they became Thetans. So he's a little bit crazy, what can I say? But then aren't all Hollywood actors and actresses crazy? Pretty much. What movie were we watching yesterday? Chelsea and I were watching The Shining. And Shelley Duvall is of course the actress in it. She's a little bit funny looking, Shelley Duvall, but as they said in Fargo, funny looking how? Oh, just in a general kind of way. Okay, anyway. Shelley Duvall went wacky later on, as many actresses do. And I don't know if she's bipolar or what, but you know, she has conspiracies and stuff about space aliens and things like that, and kind of walks around sadly in a complete state of disarray as far as her mental cognition and so forth. You have to be careful with these parts that you don't cut yourself when you're detaching them all. So I'm trying very hard to both protect them and to make sure I don't cut myself, because there's sharp edges on some of this metal. Are you ever plagued with sadness? I am, but not a lot of the time, but I've had a particularly tough year, as many of you have. It's not just the COVID. My brother died, passed away during the COVID crisis, probably related to it, but not from the virus. It's the isolation that indirectly did him in during the lockdowns. That was a few months ago. And then my dad who I was bringing up to the Oregon coast along with his wife, my stepmom, who's like my real mom. Bringing them here to live was gonna get them into my house that's by the river on the water. And then he very unexpectedly passed away a few weeks ago. So I'm still gonna bring my mom, his wife, she's my stepmom, but like my mom. But there was a lot of unexpected grieving associated with that. And Joanne's gone off to the Philippines to be with family, and which is, Filipinos need to visit the homeland sometimes. They love their homeland, and of course I don't blame her at all. And I encouraged her to do it because she's been here in the States for 3 years and not been able to do that. Many Filipinos, they go back to the Philippines every year or so to visit with family because family is very important to them. This looks like something Halloweenish to me. I don't know why. But anyway, I think we got all the little parts off. Now let's see what we're supposed to do. Flow chart. Roll bending with a cylinder object. So first we're supposed to roll bend this. And I happen to have a cylinder object right here, which also doubles as a paddle if somebody's naughty, right? But don't say that, because we don't do, corporal type punishment these days. So first I'm supposed to roll bend this. Let's see. This is just about the right size. That's cool. It's almost exactly the right size for doing that. So far, so good. Can I stop right here before I embarrass myself? Because I got step 1 done. And whatever else I do after that. Hand bending. Now we're supposed to bend these little things here down by hand or something. So let's try doing that. Yeah, they bend down. Okay. Each little one there is sort of like a little fan. This little part here. Still so far so good. Attach part number 2 before hand bending cockpit window down. Weren't you supposed to tell us that before I bent it down? Yeah, see how it is? Oh wait, this is the cockpit window, okay. Attach part 2, that has to be this one. I guess I could look on the diagram. Yeah, that's part 2, okay. So how do I attach it? It looks like these little tabs. This is going to be tough. There's some little tiny tabs on this piece. Can you see them? Little tabs out here. And they go into these little tiny slots. Little bitty holes. And so I gotta see if I can do it. How am I gonna get both of them in there? I got one in. Success on one side. Let's see what we can do on the other side. I just know I'm gonna cut myself. Let's open it up a little bit. Try to get both of them. And then roll it back down. I should be gum chewing or something while I'm doing this. But most of you don't like gum chewing. Someone keeps asking me to do a gum chewing video. Should I do it, guys, or not? Might need better glasses for this. I can't quite see the slot. I might have to get the glasses I use when I'm doing jewelry projects that are more powerful. Do I have that in there? Maybe I do. Perhaps I have that in there. Oh yeah, I do. And so I'm going to bend those down. How do I do that? That's going to be very tricky. But I'll try. Okay, I got one of them. Bent down. Let's see if we can get the other one. I'd kind of like to flatten them more. Oh, I got them both. All right. And then this, attach before hand bending the cockpit window down. I just violated the instructions, guys. I was supposed to attach these little tabs down here, but I think I can still do it. Actually, that wouldn't work because you've got to get it down there to get the tab in. You have to bend it down first, or you can't get the little tab in there. Go in there now. Don't be difficult. It's giving me difficulty here. Oh, I think I got them both. I can't believe it. I actually got both of them. All right, I'm going to flatten those. They're supposed to bend down. I'm not sure I bent them down very well. And the window is not quite shaped right. So I'm going to have to try to push that up. Well, that's the best we're going to do at the moment. All right. Let's go on to the next series of instructions, guys. 3. I got number 1 and number 2 out of 11 steps. Number 3, oh, this is going to be tough. We have to roll these little tiny round things. Where are they? There's a whole bunch of them. I have to roll them around into little tubes. These things. This is going to be way too hard for my pay grade, I'm pretty sure. Insert slot A into tab B. Do you remember that? Let's try this and see if we can do it. It's a good thing I have this little rolling thing here. Type pliers. We'll roll that up and put that in there. Now where was I? I was talking about, what are these, engines? These are part of the engines. I think I'm going to end up with a pretty kludged up model, guys. Because I can't really resolve my eyesight down to the tiny slot and tab that it goes into. It's a little too hard for my older eyes to do. Like on this one, I may need another set of needle nose pliers so that I have two tools to use. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to pause again, guys, because I'm gonna have to open this little engine back up again. Be right back. Okay, where was I? I don't want to bum you guys out with talk about sad things in life, but yeah. There's nothing wrong with feeling some sadness in life now and then. It's just a part of living. We have to go through a lot of things. There have been several other things, of course, dealing with some really serious chemotherapy side effects. That's one reason you don't see me on camera in person, because I don't want to get on camera right now. I look terrible. And I'm not vain, but, you know, I just don't feel good about being on camera right now. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to do this little engine and get the slot and tab lined up. I think it would require a big magnifier for me, and maybe a vise. But I'm going to do the best I can with it. Let's try a bigger one. Maybe if we have success with a larger one, then it will make it easier to figure out the smaller one. Okay, we'll bring this over. Can you see the slot and the tab, guys? Neither can I. If you think you can't see it, think how tough it is for me. Okay, I'm going to bend the tab a little bit. Just a little bit. See if I can see the slots. This is not easy. I promise you, this is much more difficult than it looks. If I had magnification vision, maybe it would be okay. Perhaps if I get a light background under it, it'll be easier to see. All right, get in there. You will get in there. You will not beat me. It says, oh yes, I will. You know what, I'm going to look this up on YouTube and see if anybody has successfully done one of these. Somebody who's got a special set of hobby tools with a vise probably has successfully done it. Maybe I should do this engine later. This engine thing. Let's see if I can at least plug it in. Oh, I don't think I'm ever going to get it in here. Let's see, the big ones. That's the external there. Or is it? Which side is which? This side must be the external side. You know, I can tell that there's no way I'm ever going. I think what this is this is a kit that's actually intended to help you learn humility. because it's not really doable. Not unless you have incredibly good dexterity and magnified vision. Nonetheless, we're not going to give up just yet, or are we? I can see, for example, that there's no way I'm getting this assembled. The rear engine. There's just no way to get them to line up perfectly, like to get this perfectly done so that it'll fit into these little tiny tabs. I mean, it's got to be a perfect alignment. So this little thing will have to be formed perfectly. There's no way to do that without special tools. See, this is harder than real rocket science. How about that? I'm going to try to see how hard would it be to fit. They say no glue required, but the temptation is to just grab all this stuff and glue it together. It's not going to work, guys. I'm telling you right now. They want me to put the wing on later, but I'm very tempted to put it on now, so that we at least have part of the space shuttle together looking like a space shuttle. I had the weirdest dream last night where I was taking a flight, a commercial jet flight. I was back in my old working days, used to travel all the time, and this flight had really weird seats that weren't shaped right, so you couldn't really fit into them. And we all had to sit apart because of COVID. And the inside of the jet cabin, the aircraft, had these big expansive windows. You could see in a panoramic vision all over the place outside the aircraft, and it was really actually kind of scary, to be honest. In fact, it was very scary. I don't know how I can describe it. It was like the aircraft was flying really low and almost hitting everything. So if you're into dream interpretations, you can come up with one and say, well, that means you think you're going to crash in life or whatever. Hey, look, guys, if I just hold it like this, it's going to look like a little space shuttle, right? So I have partial success, regardless of how well or badly I end up doing on that tail assembly. I don't like fingerprints on there. It's disturbing to me. Discovery. This is the NASA Discovery Space Shuttle. See, it's got the embossed logo on it. Isn't that cool? Let's see if it will focus. Come on, you can do it. There it goes. Discovery. Yeah. That's kind of cool. I'm going to continue trying to work on it and see if I can do something about this rear engine assembly. Let's see, this thing, is this the stand? What is this? Yeah, this is the stand, so the stand for it. So we'll put that aside over there. I'm going to have to figure out how I'm ever going to get these little engine parts attached. I'll just keep working on it, guys, until I somehow manage to do it. But I don't see how I'm going to do it. I find this part to be the part that's going to be impossible. at least impossible for me. Maybe if you were doing it, okay, you might be able to do it. But I can't even see that. Maybe I should hold it right up to my eye, but then I definitely won't be able to see it. Let's see if I can at least get one of them. Oh, I got that one in the slot. This one may end up being a success. If I can bend the little tab without messing anything up, I may be able to plug that into the engine thing. Let's find out. Will you plug in, or will you not plug in? Will you stay, or will you go? Can't even see it. I gotta stop complaining about that. I think I'm gonna end up having to do some kind of kludge to get that to work. That's what I think. Where does that go anyway? How do I get... Oh, these are the forward-facing nacelles. Is that all one part, or does it break apart? That's one thing I'm not sure about. You fold that one. Alright, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to try to figure this out for a while. And if I can get a completed version, I will show it to you at the end and film it. But if I can't get a completed version, then this is just the best we're going to be able to do, guys. So, if I don't come back, I'll just say, don't ASMR and drive. And if I do come back, then we'll chat some more. And don't worry about the fact that I said I was experiencing sadness. I know how to turn to God for comfort. And I get that comfort. It's just been a lot of things. I only gave you this, a little bit of it. It's been a lot of other things too that I won't go into. But that's the way life is sometimes. Meanwhile, I feel very relaxed and at peace with life. And I hope I can impart some of that peace to you through these videos. So I hope this was relaxing. If so, please give it a thumbs up. Which direction is this on my video? A thumbs up. And take care, everyone. Until next time. Bye-bye.